Yo. Yo. Was geht ab, Guys? Wir sind wieder back at it wie ein Crack Addict. Man kennt ihn, man liebt ihn, man weiß auch, wer er ist. Nein, Goliath, hör jetzt auf.
Order filled.
I'll just get back $300 here real quick, because that was from overnight. Just gonna quickly, come on, quickly do this 3 points to the downside. Come on, damn, bro, it didn't hit it. All right, but we are back at it, and I'ma play some music here. Bro, hit that fucking target there. What the fuck?
Order filled.
Thank you. All right, then let's set up our strategy and then start trading. So, for everybody that's new, for the people that are here, I'm recently trying a new strategy, or a combined strategy, let's say it like that. So we mark out 14 hours, from 14 to 15 hour high and low. So this would be highest and lowest point. So we can already tell, like, we're above that. We went above that. Boom. We mark this out, then we go up. I didn't want to do that. Then we go up on the 5 minute here, on the 15 minute here. Go to the last day, which is, this is the last day here. So last day's high is this. I do this as green. Don't know why, I just do it. And the yesterday's low would be this low down here. So what can we tell out of this? We broke out of this structure to the upside. We got this last day's high here, which is major liquidity. What I'm gonna mark out here is a 50% point. This would be the 50% point here of that level. Furthermore, what's important for us? Important for us is candle theory, or candles in general, I'd say. Like, what can we tell out of this? We have a big FEG here. Big bullish FEG. Where is it? Bullish. Big bullish FEG there. I wouldn't wonder if this gets back here and just barely like goes below this and maybe taps into it. Could be a good thing to tap into that. What else we got? We got this one gap. Then I would just mark out my levels here real quick on the 5 minute, which we do have a level here. This is definitely a level. We got a level down here. We got a level up here, which are right at. We got another downside level, I'd say like that. Maybe like that. Yeah, maybe like that. And the next level to the upside would be... didn't want to do that. Let me just quickly look at the 4 hour here. Like, we're right in those highs. Like, we rejected this FEG and right in those highs there. We just opened here, so I want to get on the 1 minute here real quick. So we didn't test below there, so that's
Order
my
filled.
entry. I want to see this test, this FEG test here. That should be a good trade here. We're also above this 50% line here, as I said. We took liquidity just now. Just this. This got taken seconds ago here. Maybe I got a bit of a too early entry. That could be a thing because 200s are near. But I would very much like to see this FEG there getting tested one more time. On the 5 minute, Yeah, also on the 5 minute, but this could like we should see some testing in this area here, I'd say. Even going lower here. I think I'm gonna trail this down because do we have a gap here that has to be tested? Like you could see this down here as a gap that should be tested because we don't know if like this gap is holding us. We already up 400, so we would have won our trade here for the day. And I didn't even look at candle range there. But let me just quickly do that to confirm that we can go lower here. Like we executed out of this, so I'd expect us to like, yeah, this low is kind of good here where we are right now. But we could also see this further down low at 18. I'd say this would be the point here. 87s around that. Would also be some kind of 50%, I guess. Like 87s is a good target, I'd say. Let's go for that. 87s. 87s right there. Right below this liquidity. We did a big wick here. So that's a good thing, I'd definitely say. We could go down to this next what's it called? To this next level down here, which would be this area. This kind of area here between this. I'd say that you could say here's another level right here. So I'd like to see us reject here. We already built this low, built this highs, which we, like you can see, what I mean with candle range theory is small candle, which created those two wicks. Closed inside that wick, closed inside that wick, closed still inside this candle. Closed first time outside of this wick, strong reaction downside after taking this liquidity. It just, sometimes it just makes sense, actually, and I noticed that just recently. We still got the gap here, it's still not completely filled. So I still think we got a chance here, and even though, like, we should test this FEG here, it would just make sense to test this FEG because, like, we're not sure if we want to go up. This would be the test we need to kind of, like, go down. But this looks like much fucking buy side here. Yeah, but we still won the first trade, which I'm good with. And with we won
Order
the trade,
filled.
I mean, like we made our 400 as I wanted us to.
Order filled.
I'd love to keep this position open. That's why I like hesitated in this. Like I would love to see this 15 minutes FEG here tested at 70s. I would love to see that. And that's a pretty likely spot that we should test. That's why I'm giving it another chance here, by the way. But this looks very bad. That's why I'm giving another chance. But this looks very bad. This should pop the upside here probably. Very probable that we pop this upside. Even though this is a ranging candle, so we should just chill here. But we closed inside this, like barely outside of that, so this should be a bullish candle here still. But we should reject this after, I think. Yeah. No, I'm not sure. Like we closed outside of this. And that was the initial candle that sent us down, so yeah, this will take my high here. But it's alright. We won the first trade that I wanted to win. That's just like the one position I actually want. I'd still want to see this retested here, 100%. 70s is such a nice level down there. Bust it up. Rolling high, rolling high, nigga. Oh, fast das N-Wort gedroppt, weil ich ein Bastard bin. Sorry to all my brothers. finally doing what I expected us to. Held that top side there. I just didn't expect the manipulation that shook us out there. It's the only bad thing here. I think we're gonna get that retest now. As said, it would make lots of sense to, on the 15-minute, retest this level. Like, this is a big FVG here. And we should at least kind of like try to get below it. To like get a clear signal that we want to see upside. If you guys know what I mean. We should at least test this. And we also took liquidity here, like closed this kind of thing, overtook this even, so this is a likely target here. Like the lows are even there. Rolling high. Looks pretty nice here for that trade. We could even see this like come below this into this kind of support area down here. I think that would be even likelier to hit. Like testing in this FEG, we should do this in a second here. Made up for our first trade here too. 3x of our first loss. I'm gonna buy 3
Order
off there.
filled.
To take profits, and like because we get this test which I talked about here. That's the test I was looking for. And looking at the half an hour, I'd expect us to still finish this like bullish. This half an hour candle. Like we should kind of build a bottom here somewhere and then push off of it. Like a close down in this area would be good, and like the push after would make sense for to me. Would make lots of sense to me. This is also the area where most of the people entered their shorts, so people got stopped here, so we should kind of continue a bit lower. Also hit that topside point there, perfect. So if we go above this, I don't want to be in this. I'm gonna give it this as room, like because I see on the 50-minute that we have lows down here. Like this is a pretty probable area to hit, or we hit that already, so yeah, like we could go down here, but we don't have to. And that's why I put my stop there. Rede doch Deutsch, ich kann auch beides. Multilingual, mein Lieber. Was geht ab, Justin?
Order filled.
That's alright. That's my entry signal
Order
here.
filled.
We buy that. Stop is 300 bucks at the downside here. Hopefully this doesn't take us out instantly.
Order filled.
Alright. I still think we got upside here.
Order
this is
filled.
Just the retest into this. We should kind of pull this up. Just because we tested this FEG here, and we should see upside here into at least like, yeah, those are already the highs I was looking for. We can push some higher, I guess. I think this looks still good. Everyone entered their shorts up here, so this is an area where the market should target to like take out some people's stops here, up in this area. I just entered with too much there, that's why we got stopped there. I entered with too much risk. If we see a rejection of that, I will re-add. But we need a good reaction. That's not too good, that's alright of a reaction, but not too good. Where did this 1 minute close? It closed inside, that's not too good for us. I would put my stop up to this low now, because this candle still can flip to the downside. I'd expect us to get somewhere upside, but still, as said, yeah,
Order filled.
that can happen. Let's look for a nicer entry here, because I don't like the market isn't really like giving what I wanted it to. We're probably pushing now.
Order
yeah,
filled.
Fuck me. This is frustrating. This is frustrating because this, yeah, I got baited
Order
so hard.
filled.
This was the level I was looking for because up in this area, there are lots of stops. Like people entered here with their short. So I'm
Order
selling
filled.
this. We got a good reaction off of that. I want to see like taking out this liquidity. I would close out there. I still want to see this low. Just this low. Like we, this is not too strong of a reaction to the downside here. But still, this looks very bearish. At least at the second here. At the moment we're looking pretty bearish here, but this still can push up because we have this gap here. That's why I expected us to take this low, but this doesn't look like
Order
we're gonna
filled.
take that low. It looks like we're gonna pull up and take those highs here. We hit this zone now. Right in those highs there. Like we already had so much fills here. I'd want to see us like reject this. If we want to really go down, like we should reject this area here. What is your win rate? About 65 to 70%, I'd guess. But when I'm trading on my practice accounts, I'm not going for my normal win rate of 300 for 400 bucks. We would have won that trade on open. We sold here, so like we made that 400. We were up like 600 or something. But as I said, I wanted to see this fair value gap touch here, and we got stopped out with the 5 micros above here. But we were up like 600 or something there, so we would have won the trade. That's alright for me. Practice accounts are for practice, and that's how I keep it. So I'd expect us to just
Order
shoot
filled.
up here actually, because as said, on the 15-minute, if you look at this, we perfectly tapped this FEG, got good reactions to the upside here. So what I expect us is like to push through, take at least this liquidity, but like we could target this or this up here, because we also got a gap here, and this gap is like, it's a very likely target to how do you want to say it? It's a very likely target to like take out liquidity. And I mean, this is last day's high. We are not even like, we didn't even try, or we did try to take it here, but this indicated this whole bullish move here. And I think we are probably with this tap going to like get this up. In the next candle we should see much upside. Even if we get stopped here, we should see much upside in the next candle. I'm thinking about an ad here actually, but I want to wait a bit more. Exactly because of that reason. Like this can stop us, as said. This can stop us here because this is not a good fill for a buy. It's logically that this is not a
Order
good fill
filled.
for a buy. But like, I'm going for a $300 stop loss always, bro. For sure, I could if I just scale into this, that would make way more sense. Like
Order
we should push
filled.
now. I think this is like the new. This is the new candle here, the new 30-minute. So I'd expect us to get like a good boost to the upside here, because we also don't have like much lows here in which we could tap. Like the only lows we had were this, and we also we already took that. Like in this 15-minute candle, we already bumped into this. So this is a very likely buy here to the upside. A very likely buy. I'm just saying. Don't even mind the stop outs. As said, I'm always going for $300 stop loss. Because it's my funded account risk. And I'm trying to, like, even if I enter with more risk, I'm trying to get like at least or I'm trying to hold this 300 bucks as my stop, you know. But this should really push. Should take those highs here at least one of those highs. I think we're now 50%ing this wick, but this should, yeah, this should push through. So first target hit here. We should see some more. Just now hitting into this FEG. Are we just targeting this high? I mean, I'd say we could target this high up there. We're still getting lots of buyers. Like if you'd look for a really, like for just one trade to hold, I'd say just hold your trade to this top side here, to this top side last day's high. I think that's a likely target for today. Let's see where 50% of this wick is. We're already above that, so we should be good. If we get a close above this, pretty nice, we should be pretty good here. But keep in mind, we took liquidity here now. So what you can do is mark out your fair value gaps and look for tests into this, as we do here, and rejection off of it, because this is like one of the reversal points we got here. Let me look on the 5 minute if we built another gap or something. No, we didn't. 2 minute build a gap here. If we don't keep this gap, I'm definitely out. So my stop would go to this low here at 430. No need to scale in, bro. There's no need to scale in. I mean, I'm already in one mini and I'm already up 1k, so this is already enough. If we can't hold this, I'm definitely out. But we see this reaction here, or reaction. Pretty nice reaction. If I get a good like setup for me, I'm gonna add, but like as said, my stop is already here, so I wouldn't look for ads here. Just me. Looks like we're gonna close this gap actually.
Order
Yeah.
filled.
That's what I meant with sweeping those highs. Trust me, stop below M2. 2 minute imbalance. Nah, bro, this will this will sweep this. This will sweep before we go up. Like the next buying area I would look for would be I'd say kind of in this area, because we took so much liquidity up here. You could also, like, if I delete all this, go into 2 minutes and mark out those lows. Like, this was a pretty nice buy entry here. You could see this as another opportunity if we like close above there. Let's look at the 30 minutes here. This is a pretty nice close to the upside, so I'd expect us to keep continuing. 1 hour also. Nah, like 1 hour isn't that clear, but like 4 hours should be way better. Yeah, 10 minutes on the 4 hour we should kind of push. But let me look at 4 hour lows here, which we got. Like, we could go back all the way to this low. But this is, like, look at this. This is a nice rejection area, which we're hitting here.
Order
I'm
filled.
gonna buy 5 off of that. For our TP, I'd say, yeah, like, still the high. Just off the 4 minutes, of the 4 hour. This is a okay entry for me. But we're risking here, like, why I wouldn't enter this, or why I didn't, like, wanted to enter this is just because on the 4 hour, this is not a clear candle. On the 1 hour, this is not a clear candle. On the 30 minute, this is okay because we closed above and like did everything there. But like Sorry, I just have to get my cat here real quick. Hey, Goldie. He isn't listening. Ja. Zack. Upsala. Holding this zone pretty nice, which I marked out here, the spying zone. So if you see a sweep through this, I would add. Yeah.
Order filled.
There's my ad. Pretty nice ad there. Yeah, amazing ad. Next zone, same thing. Got into those spires and we should push into like this area here, and then we should go down one more. Go into those lows again, and then should push out of those lows again. I think for the funded, just because this is so volatile at the moment, I'm probably gonna go for a lower risk, so I can keep a higher stop. So we're a bit more safe on what we do. But this runs pretty nicely. As I said, closed above this, coming back into the lows. This is an
Order
adding area
filled.
for me. I added here. And we should see continuation to the upside now. In 15 micros now, so we are with a good position size. Also made back all the losses we had before, but yeah. As said, this can take some time here, because the highs are far above, and I don't know if we have news today or something, but this could push, news could push us like instantly through it, but it just takes some time there. Just take some time there. But look at this, we're going pretty nicely through that. Very nice read for me. This could also be poison, so be careful. This could only be poison. I don't know if you know what poison is, but like this could just set a lot of this could just take out the stops up there again, and now just straight away dump in 2 or 3 candles to this lower side again. So I'd say if you're in this, put your stop break even and just hold that shit. Hold that shit. We should slowly but steady kind of grind up there. Being careful with this should be a good thing. So I at least want to ride this to this upside, like, because this would be a supply area, a hard supply area. And you see, we get sellers here again. So I'm gonna pull up my stop now to, I'd say here, 900 bucks. It's also good with this candle and this support zone we built here. So we should get a push through this now, like to this top here at least. And I'm gonna sell most, or at least some of my position up here. I'm gonna take 8. I'm gonna take 8 contracts off of it there. So either we go up there, take me out there, or I'm getting out with a break even here. I'm looking for a re-entry into this, because I don't want to risk too much here. What is your P&L from today? Like plus 400, I guess, because we won the first trade, and this is the only trade I'm looking for. The open trade is like the only setup I'm really looking for. This should get a push now. Next candle, yeah, this candle should push. Isn't pushing. But holds the 200s there, pretty nice. Close inside this gap again, inside this wick again. So we should be good for upside here. We still got a good chance. Good chance for this to go up, but this is... That's ass right now. Ass. This could also fill this gap because we didn't have a touch here. But I'd like to see this not fill this gap, just creating buyers here, going up. But this can fare well close this gap. And we would be out of that. We got 16 seconds on this, so I'd pull my stop up now to this low. 1400, we're gonna take definitely. This looks good. Close outside of this would be better, but yeah, this is probably testing this lower FEG here. So I'm gonna put a buy for 5 micros in this low here. Or in this low. Yeah, in this low. That's a nice point here. We could also just put the stop down, but I want to take some profits here. Can you show me your executions, please? Yes,
Order
I can.
filled.
Just a second. Let's see if this taxes in. Or if this just took the sell side here in this like area. If we see too much pushing here, I'm definitely gonna enter this back, but I'd really like to see this FEG tap. Yeah, okay,
Order
I'm
filled.
back into this. Just a quick scalp here for this top, where the supply zone is. Just for our supply zone to get hit here.
Order
There
filled.
we go. I take that. 2-minute inverse was the play here. Let me look at that. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Nicely sawn. Nicely sawn, bro. You saw this very good. Like, this was a perfect entry here for this fly up. I'm kind of curious what we do in this area now, because this is the supply area out of the 1 minute. 1 minute supply area here, which we're tapping. So I'm gonna go for a risky trade here.
Order
I'm
filled.
gonna sell 5. Because I think we should get like some kind of sellback down here, based off of the supply zone, which should kind of try to at least get us a bit below this, for some people to get break even with their contracts. Let's see if we can do that. Or if this has too much momentum. But I like this. This holds pretty. As I said, we should see some kind of test of this lower area there. Of this kind of supply here. But this could also be enough, like, to send us higher. If we don't close inside this. Yeah, that was what I meant. This is pushing through probably now. So I'm gonna look for a
Order
break-even.
filled.
Perfectly filled.
Order
This holds
filled.
pretty nicely on this FEG here. We shouldn't go through this. This is lots of buyers here now. Like, look at this. This is a pretty nice inverse zone here. So we should kind of keep continuing pushing. There we go. You crazy? What you mean? There we go. That's what I wanted to see. And now we should kind of get this push. Let's see if we can get like the whole candle push. I think this just takes some time. We will get there eventually. We just have to look. Pressing those green and red buttons. There are traders like me that scalp the whole market at like every scenario, and there are traders that just look for perfect entries. I can like live with both, but I'm not looking for that much. Let's test this FEG again here. So if we see rejection off of that, that would be pretty nice for the upside here. Let me look on the 15 seconds for that entry. So I want to see this close above here somewhere in this. Go back into this lows. Fill me for 5 more down here and then push. I definitely want to see a fill here before we go. Like that would be the only logical thing.
Order
there we
filled.
Go. There's our entry. And now we should push. Let's see if we can do that. 300 bucks stop, as said. I always keep that at 300. So if we get stopped, we get stopped. But this definitely got a chance to push here. We also mirrored this low here. So let's see. Did that take that out? No, it didn't. That's good, I think. There comes our push. Nice. Nicely entered into this. There we go. There we go. Still so much pushing in this. I'm really satisfied. From this area, like we should get a big candle, like to this 300 area or something. Would make sense to me. We could also see this, like for the inverse push, this would also match up with 300s here. So let's see if we can do that. Damn, that was small candles here. But we closed above this. That's very nice. So we should get at least one more bullish candle here, at least. If this closes outside of this, we should get one more candle. Like, I'm just looking for the closes outside. If I see closes outside the wicks that we built into the direction I want, I always let that run for the next candle. Hey, what's up? There we go. Nice push. Nice push. Nice push, as said, outside of this. So I'm gonna keep waiting till this candle closes. I just go break even and like I wait for the close of this candle. If this candle still closes to the upside, why shouldn't I keep like holding this? There's like no reason to close if we don't see a close inside or like a strong retest of a lower side. Let's look on the 2 minutes. This looks okay. Like we took liquidity, but still this pushed all the way out of this, like after having a small close inside candle. So I think we can continue. Maybe not in this 1 minute, but in the next candle. So let's see how this candle closes. Kind of closed outside there, so I'm pulling my stop up to the low of this candle, I think. Yes, I don't want to risk more than this. And if this breaks the top, yeah, this goes down there to this low now. So 600 locked in. We could also go to this body, but I'm gonna keep it at the wick there. And we're just gonna trail now. Trailing with the chart. Trailing with the chart here. I want to see this 2 minute like close somewhere up here. 320, 325, somewhere up there would be nice. Would be a pretty nice close. Nice, 20s there. Oh, barely tested that. At this high sweep, I want to take 3. I'll pull the limit. Should I take? Like we got some sellers here, we got buyers here still. Like we are okay, but like in this scenario, I probably should have taken or should take some off at this top because we have such green candles now, or like only green candles going up there. Where did you learn that? Market experience combined with some of Justin Werlin's videos, combined with like every YouTuber you know, like every strategy you know. Like right now, what I'm trading is basically the 14-hour and 15-hour, like, how can I say it?
Order
Like
filled.
the difference between 14 and 15 hour, like I can show you. If I do my setup for the day, like as said, the only trade I'm normally looking for is open trade. So the 15:30 trade for me. For you guys it's probably 9:30. Oder du bist ja auch Deutscher, also auch, ne? Was ich mache, oder so, was ich standardmäßig immer mache, wenn ich an den Chart komme, 14 to 15, so 14 is here. This is the 14-hour low. And this is the, where is the 15? Like this is the 14 to 15 high. So I mark out those two. I normally also mark out 50% between those. So this as white. Then I go to the 15-minute. I go back, look at the last day we had, looking for the lows and highs of that last day. So this would be the last day's lows. This would be the last day's highs. I mark those out as in green. Bei den Farben ist ja scheißegal, but I just put that as green. Then sometimes if I see a good Fibonacci, I'm pulling up the Fibonacci. But if I don't, I normally go back to the 5-minute, go inside the chart and look for fair value gaps in the chart. So there's a gap here. But you can also see that this also got already like retested into this. So this like key level. This is a good buy opportunity here, by the way. Yeah,
Order
this is a good buy
filled.
opportunity. I'm going with 6 micros, keeping my stop at 300 again. This could take us out real quick here, but this looks pretty, like, we got buyers here. We definitely got a chance to push this up. Also weiter. What I do, I go down. Look as said for fair value gaps on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, and 1-minute. 15-minute, we saw this nice gap here, which I marked out myself. So we now got 2 gaps that we kind of can look at. 3 minutes, what did we see at open? No gaps at all, so you could see this gap here as invalidated. So you would delete this, and you only have 1 gap now, and this is the 15-minute gap, which would give you like the most indications. Then I would go on 1 minute. Or first of all, I would go back to 5 minutes, kind of scroll out, take my line 2 and mark out key levels in the chart. So this would be a key level. I do those in yellow. This is a key level. We do have 1 key level here. We do have a key level at this area. We do have one, yeah, you could say this area up here, but this is not confirmed. This is no confirmed zone for me here. So I'd say this would be the next zone. Yeah, this would be the last zone there. And you could say there's one more at this level. You could say there's one more at, let's say this level. And now you got like everything that I do when I look at the open and when I look at the charts. Like what you can see in this is we nicely went up above this before market opened. 25.
Order filled.
We got back below, tested this area right at like 30, was indecisive. 35 got down, tapped into this FAG. So this was your entry. For me, I got a 30-point stop, so this would have not taken me out. And then I have 40-point TP, so I would have gotten filled there. Or I can show you in the executions here real quick. Looking crazy, but don't panic. We go only 15 seconds. Now I'm gonna show you. On this I just corrected. On this I just corrected the trade I did from last night, like at 2 AM or something. This was just $300 minus. I think that was this one, I guess. One of those was it. And this was like the entry we had. 169, like right here. I can put that up. 69. Like that. 30-point stop. Goliath. Oh, my cat. Oh. And a 40-point target. So as you can see, we got filled there. As said, we like this went to $600 or something because I entered with 5 macros. But we let that run up and just chilled because as said, this is a practice account, so this is not meaningful. And I wanted to see if we can reach this FEG I talked about here, which we after that hit it. So that would have been 100 points there, but like as said, like with this risk, it stopped us out in this high. But as you can see down here, then we took our first 3 buys at 18.79. So here, this would kind of be the entry here that we got. 30-point stop, 40-point TP. Would have gotten tagged right there. And yeah, we just traded some here and there. 5 here, sold there, or sold here, I guess. Kind of went up and down. Bought back in here, bought back in here, sold 15 here, bought back in there, sold some here, bought back in there, sold some here. Yeah, this is basically it. Personal lockouts. Oh, this is for sessions. That's nice. Executions, turn it off. Yeah, so if that explains some, Justin, I'm happy. So let's just look at this. What did we do here? We have this OB zone, which we're tapping in multiple times. And we kind of already pushed out of this now. So what I look for again, entry in this.
Order filled.
I'm buying 6 here. Stop, $300. Down here. TP for this would be, what's 400 here? 315s would be TP here, so right here. But we're gonna ride this higher, logically, to this high. So this would be 74 points here. And this should be a very, very likely trade. Do you journal your trades? I sometimes do. I don't always do. As you can see, I just barely made one payout in like 20 funded accounts. So I'm still learning a lot. Like I really started trading like last year in maybe February. I started really to invest, or no, last year in July. I think in July I started really to invest into like accounts and activation fees and shit. Like it's Top Step, or like I love Top Step, but like I hate that every prop firm has activation fees that are just so fucking high. Like it's crazy. Like how the fuck I'm like it's for me it's crazy that you have to pay $45 like upfront to just have the chance to pass the account. And if you pass the account, you pay another 140 like to activate the account. So you're down 180 before like even having anything. Like no days done, nothing made. Like we hit that trade right now. 400 bucks. We are already up 500, but like you can see. How come you had 20 funded accounts and only just 730 in payouts? I can tell you. The payout you see, the 730, we've made that payout like I think 2 months ago. This was my first payout I ever made. And like why I didn't or why I wasn't able to make like anything is because I went for way too much always. When I started, like I had 1 or 2 funded accounts that went really bad, like instant 2000 minus instant in the same day, with like 5 or 6 accounts, because I was just learning, and I like Topstep took out the $1,000 daily loss, and I was just fucking it up. But once I kind of understood that you have to like just be consistent, not make much money, just be consistent. That was the first time we actually made that payout. And I had other chances. I had, bro, I can tell you stories, bro. I had so much chances of so much profit. There was a funded account I had that I traded for 3 days, and I just fucked up on the 4th day because I was high and traded at the night, traded in night, and like I didn't even fuck up because I was high. I fucked up because I was nervous as shit. I didn't trust anything I do or I did. And this happened, like, not that I was high, but that I was not trusting myself. That happens way too often. And like now I'm starting to kind of match up strategies to get like the one strategy that gives me the most confidence to, so I can say like, okay, we're bullish for the day. Okay, we're bearish for the day. Okay, we want to see this, or this. Like you can see, this hits TP here with a perfect entry off of those lows. As said, we went above it, closed above it, boom, came back into the lows, got like the people that saw this candle setup here, got the people here into the buys, boom. Once I saw the comeback into this, I even added 3. Like, yeah, you know what I mean. Filled the whole gap there. I want to see this take this lower liquidity there. Real quick.
Order
I'm
filled.
gonna add 3 more. Stop goes up. 300 bucks right here. Stop also here, going up. Because they're lows here again. Here's a low. This is a reversal point, or this is a level, like a small time frame level. And we got like lots of wicks out of this area. So I added into this. And we should see, like, I would expect us to kind of push here. No wick to the upside. No wick to the upside. While in a FEG, there's a very likely setup to buy up. That's why I added there. I'm at FTMO and funding pips. You must invest 500 bucks to have one 100k account at FTMO. That's crazy. And that's like why so much people start trading and leave trading. Because people think you buy one account and it's like guaranteed money. If I don't do anything wrong, this can't go wrong. But you can do so much mistakes, bro. You just have to be in one position at the wrong time, and news hit, and you get fucked in seconds. You know what I mean, probably. Because you don't sound like somebody that's just started trading. But you probably know what I mean. So, like, how can I say it? What kept me from making profits all the time was just being too greedy. I could show you accounts where I made like 1.2 on the first day, and that wasn't enough for me, so I got back in, risked those profits again, and blew the account. Like, there are days, for real, like, from those 20 Topstep funded accounts, I'd say 13 of them, minimum, had, like, before I blew them, on the first day, 1,000 on it, and I was just not satisfied with the profits, and I threw it. I just threw it. This could, as I see this, we need to see this hold in this area. If this goes below that, we're definitely going to take some liquidity down there. So I'd say this stop should be reasonable. I mean, 1 TP on a funded account and you're in profit. Basically, yeah. Basically, yeah. And how I got the payout was just trading 5 consecutive days with 300 bucks. Like, we just did 300 bucks on a day with the 300 bucks stop loss. And that's how we got the profit. And right now I'm just focusing on like keeping my positions running or learning to keep my positions running while having a set risk. And that's why I always keep my risk at 300 bucks so I can like get used to it even if I'm not on the funded, you know? So now we'll just pull up the stop to this last liquidity we had here because we pushed above this area again. We took this out, like filled this gap, tested into this supply zone here, and we should push off of that, I guess. There's a gap here which we're filling now. So I'd expect this to hold and just shoot through there. What the fuck goes on there? But there's our TP getting hit in a second. 73 points here with risking 30 bucks or 30 points and now risking like 7 points. So like stop goes up to this swing low here because this would be the next liquidity target if we want to reject this buy side here. Could stop us, but I don't expect us to stop. This would be a nice adding area here as I see this low. This low should be like the adding point here. I'm gonna pull my stop. 3.
Order filled.
Okay, I got stopped before it. This is pretty annoying because like, bro, how much is that? How much points is that? That's like 4 points we missed there, but that's alright. We're really testing into this FEG there, or into this order blocks again. But we should still see the push through this. Like we didn't have to put the stop loss there, but I wanted to. So for me it's alright. We could like if this closes nicely, and yeah goes into those
order
lows
filled
right here, right? Those lows is what I was looking for.
Order filled.
That's why I entered there. 300 bucks stop loss. There's still lows there, but I want to see this hold now.
Order filled.
Damn. Okay. I guess we're going lower before we go up here. And now I would just like remove everything. Go on the 2 minute. Okay, no much wicks there. So go on the 1 minute. What can we see? Where's like the most wicked area? I'd say this is a pretty wicked area. But yeah, there are wicks here too, so... You'd look for kind of an inverse of this. You took more trades in the last 30 minutes than me in 2 months? That's crazy. But that's okay, everybody has a different trading style. I'm not hating on anybody, so I expect that nobody hates on me. We're in this buying zone here right now. So if we see rejections out of this, I'd say we're pretty going bullish here. It's like all about reading candles. And we closed this outside again, so yeah, like look at this tab here. Look at this tab, guys. This is such a nice tab. Please don't remove that tab now when I enter, bro. 300 bucks stop down here. We should still like. There's no way that we don't take this high. Like there's no way that we not take it. We're definitely gonna take it today. Question's just if we, like, did we create some big gaps here before that? Like this should still close bullish here, and after that, like in 4 minutes or something, like after that we should we should kind of look like for this fair value gap here to get tested again, and either we push or we don't. So I think my stop already would be like at this low here, because if we push through this, we definitely gonna take this FEG out, and I don't want to be in that then. I should also mark out like those highs here. We should still kind of get into this area if we want to sell off. But this probably will take me out beforehand. Close below, got back into this. We could see a sweep here now to the downside. If we don't, I'm gonna pull my stop break even here. Break even stop. Either we push or we don't. Looks great. Looks great here. This should get us another 800. So are you more of a swing trader, Justin, or are you still a scalper? And are you looking on higher time frames or are you looking at lower time frames? And if yes, what time frames are you looking at? Again, we saw buyers out of this zone. We closed inside of those wicks, so we should kind of see a reaction to the upside now. You trade in 1 minute. That's nice. But I look at pretty much at... Yeah, okay, that makes sense to look at everything. This would have hit our target here again. 400 for 300, as said. 400 right here. Nice, we getting that push finally. Pretty similar to Justin Werland. So also SMTs, liquidity sweeps, fair value gaps, inverse FEGs.
Order filled.
Luckily we got stopped out of that.
Order
I'm gonna
filled.
buy back into this. We just filled this FEG and we should see the top side now getting taken, which should be somewhere up, like a bit above that. Yeah, like perfectly at my TP here. You had no trades this month, so for real, you had no trades this month. I thought this month had so much opportunities for the markets. We tested this FEG here again, so we should see
Order
a push
filled.
now. It shouldn't go below my entry here. Expect this to push. Still got sellers, but we still also got buyers. We should kind of nicely go here. I'm gonna pull this to 300 just to get my stop right. But like, is this 50% here? Yeah, this is exactly 50%. We should get a push now. We should get an upside push now off of that 50% wick. Hit that again. Took the liquidity. Come on.
Order filled.
Ah! Shit, I expected to push up there.
Order filled.
Or did we have to take that low again? I think we had to take this low again. Like, as said, we're not at that area right now. Like, this is more like often funded account trade I would take. Like with lots of space in between, like just because we have such volatile markets at the moment, where we move like 30 pips in every candle, which is crazy, but which is like normal at the moment, I'd guess. Because Trump is like fucking up everything. If we get one more push to the downside, I'd actually think that this is the entry area for everybody here.
Order filled.
What's your P&L for this month? We can look at that in a second. Can definitely look at that in a second. That's why I keep trading my practice account too. Did we get stopped here? No, but we're getting stopped now. This is gonna 50% that wick. Wow. Is this equal lows? No, but almost equal lows. I'll pull this at 300 here.
Order filled.
Soll das nur kippen oder Joints kippen, Bro? Kippen, Bro. Wenn ich hier die ganze Zeit smoken würde, dann wäre ich da. Also, Digga, deswegen, du verkackst wirklich nur, wenn du smokest, Bro, du verkackst nur. Man ist viel zu wenig da. Das macht, also das ist wirklich, das ist, so am Wochenende kann man mal einen smoken. Aber unter der Woche sollte man gucken, was man macht. Took that liquidity again. Like, why are we not going here? Do we have some kind of like buying area here? Yeah, like this would be a buying area. Now just dependent on if we hit that already or if we didn't. Like we didn't, yeah, okay. We're probably gonna come back into this and then push off of that. That could make some sense here. Drehst du dir einen nach einer Trading Session? Nee. Eigentlich nicht. Eigentlich nicht, mein Bruder. Das Ding ist halt, man kann schon smoken. Es gibt auch Leute, die können traden und smoken, aber das ist wirklich eine hohe Kunst, finde ich. Ich kenne da irgendeinen, wie hieß dieser Trader nochmal? Ich kenne da auch einen Trader, der ist wirklich crazy, also der smoked on the daily so.
Order
That's
filled.
a sales signal for me here. Hard rejection of this fair value gap that we had there. Very small fair value gap, but still there. I like looking at the 1 minute. As I said before, what we do often is like go back into those kind of supply areas, get the entries, and then extend. I just hope that this is not the top candle here, which we have to tap. This should get hard rejection here. Not too great of a rejection. That was a pretty bad entry.
Order
here
filled.
too. As said, this is like you can enter in this like if you want to sell. Here's the FEG again. That would be an
Order
entry,
filled.
but like nothing more than that. This is the last thing I'm gonna keep open here. I want to target this lower side, as said. I want to see us get entries into this area, and then like kind of do the rest of the push to get this high. But the buyers are still there. Like even from this area, the buyers are still pretty heavy here. But this tap is pretty nice. If we can keep that up. I don't like that.
Order
I'm
filled.
getting out of that break even. Aber wenn ich hier Joints smoken würde, Bro, ist ja schon crazy. This is also like we also got contracts that we, this could be the sell area here, but I just don't like that we have so much buyers here and we barely took liquidity there. So this is, I'd say like the chances of this high getting taken are higher than this low. For those lows, I need to see a pretty nice candle here, which could be exactly this one. But like, oh, we also got a double bottom here, down there.
Order filled.
I'm gonna get an entry again here. I'm gonna try this one more time. Even though I think we're still too bullish here. But we're seeing good reactions off of this selling zone here. Like we should at least get in this area now. At what point do I stop trading for the day? What I do right here is just for the stream. I just trade like that for the stream. Like there's, if I trade personally without anybody being there or anything, I'm normally, oh, this is a strong reaction off of this FEG down there. I'm gonna pull it break even here. I just want to see if we can get below this. But like, what I normally do is I trade like for maybe 1.5 hours and stop after that. And it's dependent on like if I get a good trade before we
Order
like
filled.
if I on my funded, if I get my 300 for 400 bucks trade, I'm instantly out. I'm done for the day instantly.
Order
I'll
filled.
buy this. This was a entry area here. This right here was a buy entry area. I expected, bro. I thought we held this, but this closed back below it again. I don't like that. Let's look at the 1 minute here. This is close below 50% of the. Yeah, it closed
Order
below.
filled.
We're probably getting a sell here. As said, the logical thing would be to like send this down here. Which it
Order
looks like.
filled.
I don't want to like go into every position here. This is too much entries. For example, this would be way too much entries, even for me. And I enter like barely, or I enter like much things I see. But like, it's too unclear at the moment where we want to go. I'd say from like the look of the candles, we definitely want to see some more downside. But like the 1 minute looks extremely bullish here. This looks extremely bullish. While like the 15 second I'd say looks extremely bearish. But like, nah,
Order
look at
filled.
this. Like, sometimes you have those days where price action isn't like looking nicely. And you can't like, or you don't really have like zones where you get a good entry off of. But like this, as you can see here, if you did this as your highs, you would have gotten a nice entry there for this sale. I really don't expect us to go through this actually. This is the buying area there again. So if we are bullish, we should extend there. If we see the return of that candle, I would maybe buy into this, but yeah, as said, Justin, what we do here is just for the stream. That's why I'm not taking like take profit at the points I would do, or I don't take like A++ setups only or B+ setups or anything. I just look for what I see in the market and trade that when I'm with the stream. I explain my strategy often, but like, yeah, this looks pretty nice now.
Order
I
filled.
wasn't able to get my entry there. This is into the direction we want to see, so long. So this, like this, those are the trades I'm going for on my funded. I can show you, like, we would do exactly this. This would be our exact trade for the funded. $300 for 400 bucks. And if we hit that, we're done for the day. That's basically it. I'm also gonna get another combine at the 17th, which is renewal time, and I had a pretty nice deal, which was like getting 5 accounts for $4.50 each, and like they were renewing every month till you pass them, which is pretty nice. So we should see this hit now. Du meintest ja, dass du, nur weil du greedy warst, nicht viele Payouts hast, oder? Oder war das auch wegen den Regeln bei Topstep? Ab wann kann man bei Topstep auszahlen? Nee, ich war wirklich einfach zu greedy. Du brauchst halt 5 Tage, die über $200 sind, Minimum. Also, ne? Und dann kannst du halt 50% auch nur von dem auszahlen, was du machst. Das ist halt so eher das, was mich immer totgekiept hat, weißt du? Weil ich war immer so, dass ich dann auch gedacht habe, okay, ich muss jetzt auch 4K machen, Digga, weil sonst lohnt sich der Payout ja gar nicht richtig, so, weißt du? Und das ist eigentlich falsche Denkweise. Es geht eigentlich bei Topstep, oder generell bei Prop-Firms geht es eigentlich nur darum, Accounts kriegen, Accounts bestehen, die Accounts copy-traden, also zusammen-traden und dann einfach für wirklich wenig Risiko gehen und quasi durch das Copy-Trading trotzdem viel machen. Weil so 400 ist wahrscheinlich für viele Trader gar nichts, Digga. Aber wenn du 400 mal 3 rechnest, dann hast du schon 1200 auf den Tag gemacht, Bruder. Und das halt mit, ne, 3 Accounts dann. Und das machst du dann, keine Ahnung, machst du 5 Tage lang und dann kannst du 3K auszahlen, so. You know? Also das ist so, wofür ich eigentlich gehe. Also wofür ich jetzt gehe, würde ich sagen. Aber das hier ist auch beschissene Price Action. Also man sieht es ja auch wirklich. Das ist wirklich schlechte Price Action hier. Das ist halt, wir haben hier unten einen Double Bottom, ne? Es kann gut sein, dass der jetzt gecrossed wird. Aber das ist echt beschissene Price Action hier. Holy fuck. Da guck mal, das ist quasi wieder auf den Ultimate Reversal Point, also auf das 0,23er FIP hier, quasi wieder komplett runtergegangen. Es ist halt sehr wahrscheinlich, dass wir jetzt einen Pushdown sehen. So, wir bräuchten jetzt wirklich in einem.
Order filled.
Aber wir haben ja auch wieder Double Bottom, also du weißt, wie ich meine. Und sowas habe ich dann halt auch manchmal, ne? Wir sind jetzt hier 25 Punkte im Profit gegangen. Ja, wurden jetzt hier trotzdem ausgestoppt. Aber das Ding ist halt für mich, wenn ich hier schon sehe, okay, ne, wir sind hier schon close to my TP hier oben, dann würde ich hier schon Break-Even setzen und hier schon trailen. Also, um halt mindestens was mitzunehmen. Also mindestens so $200. Also kannst wirklich nur 50% immer auszahlen. Ja, das ist halt das Schlechte so in Tops. Aber also du kannst immer nur 50% auszahlen von dem, was du overall gemacht hast in diesen 5 Tagen. Das ist ein bisschen bad, weil, ne, wie gesagt, du machst 5 Tage lang $200, du kannst dir 500 auszahlen und hast dann noch $400 Drawdown. So, weil, ne, 50.000 ist ja quasi dann dein Break-Even-Stop so, plus die nehmen sich noch einen Huni drauf. Also so, du hast dann noch einen Huni weniger. Also du checkst. Funding-Ticks angeschaut? Nee. Hast keine Monthly Kosten und keine Activation Fee. Echt? Wer ist das? Funding-Ticks? Funding-Ticks. Best Futures Trading Platform. Kenne ich noch gar nicht. Nee. Ist neu. Seit wann gibt's denn die? Also ist die trustworthy? Ach, ist von Funding Pips. Ja, okay, dann ist cool. Funding Pips kenne ich auch. Also schon ein bisschen länger. Lass mich hier mal reingucken, was hier was ist. Also wie hier was worked. Also du kannst entweder Instant machen. Master, der kostet dich, was kostet dich? 488 €, wenn du den so kaufst. 4 Contracts. Lass mich mal hier die Payout-Dings angucken. Rewards are based on a progressive reward system. That's pretty weird. 40% consistency, same thing as TopStep then. While TopStep has no consistency rule. Like the one step, 50k. Costs 170. You still have to make like 3k. You don't have a maximum daily loss. Yeah, okay, that's pretty like the same thing as TopStep. But I don't really understand the reward system here, I gotta say. Essential, Advanced, Elite, Prestige, Platinum? What the fuck is that? Also für was steht das, Digga? Für je nachdem wie viele Dings du genommen hast? Wie viele Auszahlungen schon? Kann das sein? Oder wie ist das gemeint? Check ich das gerade falsch? Ja, ja. Schreib ruhig kurz rein, wenn du willst. Aber ich finde es trotzdem sehr teuer. Also das sind trotzdem 170, also in etwa selbe Pricing wie, das ist dasselbe Pricing wie TopStep, nur dass du hier alles upfront bezahlst und dir, also du weißt halt nicht, ob du diesen Account passt, so. Also du zahlst quasi 186 und hast halt keine Gewissheit, so, dass du diesen Account passt. Und das ist halt, also das würde ich sagen, ist das Bessere an TopStep so. Wenn du, okay, das ist pretty nice hier. Wir sollten hier aber die FEG auf jeden Fall schließen. Kann keine Links senden. Ne, Links gehen nicht, außer du schreibst die mit Komma. Und lässt die Links weg. Mit Komma und die Slashes, heißt es glaube ich, Slash. Ja, wie auch immer. Du weißt schon, was ich meine. Aber auf jeden Fall ist das so selbe Pricing.
The market is in pre-open.
Haben wir News? Oh ja, wir haben News.
The market is open.
Took this whole liquidity. Let's have a look in this. 3 minutes. 2 minutes. Auf Rewards. 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 Wo ist denn das? Ist die hier vielleicht noch unten in der Legende? Nö. Terms of Use, Contact Us, About Us, FAQ. Die haben auch ein Affiliate-Programm. Okay. Oh, das ist ziemlich cool. Zweimal monthly 50k Giveaway. Das ist ziemlich cool. Aber wo ist das Rewards-Ding, das du meinst? Ach, Terms of Use. Terms of Use, Rewards. Hier. Okay. Progressive Rewarding. Quality data and training. Ja, okay. Essential 40% withdraw. Example, you make 10,000. Okay. So, if I keep a lower consistency, I can take out more. If I get it right. Is that right? Ah, okay. Okay. Also wenn ich quasi für eine 10% Consistency gehe, Bruder, on a daily so, dann kann ich mir quasi da kann ich mir 100% auszahlen, basically. Okay. Ich check. Actively trade for... Ah, minimum of 10 days. Du musst mindestens 10 Tage traden. Aber hier sind es auch nur $50, die du brauchst. Also das ist schon mal besser auf jeden Fall. Before making the first withdrawal, traders must make the drawdown amount, which is 2k. Also du musst wirklich erst 2k machen. Also finde ich nicht schlecht. Ich werde mich hier auf jeden Fall mal fürs Affiliate-Programm bewerben. Weil an sich ist sind das gute Trading-Routes so. Und wenn man quasi made dafür ist, also du so quasi das Geld dafür hast, dass du quasi diese fette Upfront-Cost zahlen kannst, dann ist es, glaube ich, ziemlich smart. Wenn du wirklich für so eine 30%ige Risk, also für 30%ige Consistency gehst, dann kannst du dir 70% auszahlen. Das ist halt nicht schlecht, würde ich sagen. Also besser als bei Topstep auf jeden Fall. Aber der 100k macht hier mal wahrscheinlich am besten, also am meisten Sinn so. Würde ich denken. Aber das, ich glaube, da melde ich mich mal an. Bei dem Dings. Weil das ist eigentlich ziemlich nice. Ich suche ja eh noch ein paar Firmen, bei denen wir ein paar Coupon-Codes und sowas dann machen können. Und es ist halt ziemlich nice, dass ich dann auch im Monat 2 Accounts vergiveawayen kann. Das ist ziemlich cool. Oh, sorry. Why can't I create an account? Hä? Invalid. It just tells me invalid. Ah. Bestimmt wegen dem SZ. 100% wegen dem SZ. Ja. Funding ticks. Confirm email. Stick to the product that you trade best without temptation. Trading personal daily loss limit. Bro, das ist wirklich größte Scheiße. Personal Trading Daily Loss Limit ist wirklich Trash. Holy shit. Ich gucke mir das gerade mal hier so ein bisschen an, aber ich kann ja hier mal ein bisschen wieder aufmachen. Wie gesagt, ich will uns hier unten so in die Zone kommen sehen eigentlich. Ungefähr hier unten. Hier ist zwar auch eine Buying Zone, aber ich würde sagen, dass die Buying Zone hier unten eigentlich die wesentlich stärkere ist. Also so aus dem, wo ich jetzt gerade hier die Zone hin adjusted habe. Also ich würde sagen, aus dieser Zone hier ist so eine ziemlich gute Buying Zone. Please confirm E-Mail, habe ich doch eben gemacht, ihr Bastarde. Was soll das denn? Confirm E-Mail. E-Mail confirmed successfully. Ah. Ey, wirklich. Diese Bastarde. Du musst, ey, Digga, wirklich bei so vielen Firmen, ne, du musst einfach einen Account kaufen, bevor du überhaupt Dings machen kannst. Also bevor du überhaupt Affiliate gehen kannst, so, weißt du? Das ist so nervig, Digga. Du musst immer erst einen Account von denen holen. Wie lange tradest du überhaupt schon, Justin? Tradest du schon lange? Bist du schon lange am Traden? Aber schade, Digga, dass der Sale hier wirklich passiert ist. Ich hätte wirklich nur auf diese Highs hier warten müssen. Auf diese nächsten schönen Highs hier oben. Deswegen 5 Minuten ist manchmal way more clear als der 1 Minute. So, na klar, ne, du kannst hier unten raus Buys nehmen. Aber halt also diese Zonen hier zum Beispiel, also ne, die hat jetzt hier funktioniert zwar, aber so, das wären eigentlich so die beiden Zonen, die du einzeichnest. Weil hier oben halt die Selling Zone ist, wenn wir die halten, und hier unten halt die Buying Zone, wenn wir die halten. Also die Kerne müsste auf jeden Fall, also die hier müsste auf jeden Fall noch einmal ein bisschen extenden. Also wie lange tradest du schon, Justin? Schon lange? Oder eher so, auch so durchschnittlich so vielleicht ein Jahr? That's $400 for one like activated account. Dreieinhalb Jahre lang. Crazy, dann hast du ja schon ganz schön Erfahrung, oder? Bist du denn schon profitabel? Oder bist du noch im Minus? Future ist seit letzten Sommer. Hört sich nice an. Kannst ja mal sagen, ob du schon profitabel bist oder ob du noch lagst.
Order filled.
I'm gonna buy 3 here. Ja, würde ich sagen schon. Also bist du schon, also hast du schon mehr gemacht, als du verloren hast, so overall. I buy my first 3 there. But we're definitely looking to scale into this.
Order
Took
filled.
the liquidity there. That's why I bought 3 more there. I think this should kind of hold us there. Or at least bounce us into this like upper zone here. Into those 200s back. Bis jetzt bei Funding Pips Funded versuche zu stacken. Ja, macht Sinn. Also Funded Konten, ja, safe. Das macht Sinn, Digga. Deswegen, das geht mit Topstep auch. Du kannst bis zu 5 Accounts kannst du halt stacken, so. Und das ist halt, worauf ich mich gerade fokussiere. Also ich habe jetzt einen noch diesen Monat gepasst gehabt. Ich weiß gar nicht, wann ich den im Bestand hatte, aber den habe ich auf jeden Fall hier gepasst. Und wie gesagt, am 17. kriegen wir noch einen Account und ich werde halt versuchen, den Account auch noch zu passen, dass wir nächsten Monat mit 2 Accounts quasi in das Funded Trading dann starten können. Und dann sollte ich auch wirklich das schaffen, meine Risks zu halten. Weil wenn ich 2 Accounts habe und so, für mich war sonst immer wirklich das Problem, dass ich so bei 200, 300 immer dachte so, boah, Digga, das ist ja noch nichts so. Oder wenn ich dann 800 gemacht habe und wieder 400 verloren habe, dachte ich dann so, Digga, nein, ich muss zurückkommen. Und das ist halt eigentlich die dümmste Denkweise, die man haben kann, was so Trading angeht. Das zum Beispiel ist jetzt auch kein richtig guter dabei, weil im Endeffekt, wie ich vorhin schon gesagt habe, wir haben hier keine Sweep Zones. So, ich habe das nur gekauft, weil hier halt ein extremes Level ist in dieser Zone. Hier ist halt wirklich ein extremes Level. Ich müsste wahrscheinlich meinen Stop sogar noch ein bisschen weiter runter machen. Dass ich hier nicht gestoppt werde, aber ich lasse mich hier stoppen, wenn das passieren sollte. Obwohl der dann wahrscheinlich direkt zurückziehen wird, aber ist egal. Na komm, wir geben ihm mal das Low von der Zone. Aber das kann sich nach einem Payout ändern, deshalb ist das nicht relevant für mich. Eher meine Performance in meinem Trading Journal. Achso, das würde ich dir noch zeigen, genau. Da hatten wir noch drüber gesprochen. Das Trading Journal. Ja, basically stimmt das auch. Also das Ding ist halt, Bruder, ich bin jetzt ungefähr 4,5K bin ich noch im Minus. Von dem, was ich bis jetzt so alles in Firmen investiert habe in 2 Jahren. Und für mich ist das halt Lerngeld einfach. Das ist für mich wie ein Studium, Digga. Wo ich halt Geld bezahle, Digga, um halt Wissen zu kriegen. Und na klar, ne, man kann nicht jeden Chat gewinnen und man lernt auch nicht aus allem, aber so, du weißt, wie ich meine. Das ist so Lehrgeld eher für mich. So mein Dad das immer genannt. Lehrgeld. Wir hitten jetzt hier diesen Order-Block, also davon könnte man auf jeden Fall jetzt nochmal Rejection sehen, weil wir haben jetzt hier auch 4 consecutive Candles nach unten. Ich rauche auch schon wieder viel zu viel, das finde ich nicht gut. Deswegen ist es jetzt auch die letzte erstmal. Und jetzt gehen wir erstmal ins Journal, damit ich dir das zeigen kann. Obwohl wir hier halt in der Zone sind, wo ich meinte, ne, wo ich eigentlich gerne hin wollte. Aber wir haben halt hier prinzipiell vom Ding her immer noch eine Zone, ne? Die hier unten. So, wir könnten, vielleicht ist das hier das Main Target gerade. Das Swing Low hier. Und wenn das gecrossed ist, geht's weiter so. Type Shit. Dann lass uns mal in die Performance Stats reingehen. Also diesen Monat sind wir ab 3K. Wir hatten, also ich habe nicht alle Days richtig getradet, weil ich nicht bei allen Zeit hatte. Aber den Monat jetzt sind wir ab 3K. Also hier habe ich 400 Minus gemacht. Hier, ich weiß gar nicht, was wir hier gemacht haben. Ja, ich glaube, hier habe ich einfach also ich glaube, das war kein Trade, also kein Day, wo ich wirklich gedingst habe. Weil du siehst ja, der Trade war hier um 2 Uhr schon. Also schon gar nicht in meiner Zeit. Ich trade ja sonst immer 15:30, wie gesagt, nur den Open Trade. Und was man bei mir viel an Tagen erkennen kann, ist, dass ich erst extrem im Plus bin. Hier, guck mal, 3,5 im Plus. Und dann quasi durch ein paar Trades nochmal runtergehe. Oder hier auch ab 1,3. Dann haben wir hier höher sogar geschlossen. Hier so ein bisschen ja, gerade gekeept und dann quasi ein Trade hier, ein Major Trade hier verloren und dann quasi das 5-fache daraus gewonnen. Aber was bei mir wahrscheinlich das meiste Ausschlaggebende gibt, also man sieht ja hier, so meine Trades unter 15 Sekunden, 57, 3, aber das ist glaube ich auch nur von heute die Analyse. Ah ne, letzte Woche, also die Woche jetzt quasi. 10 bis 30 Minuten habe ich eine 80% Winrate und die anderen sind so ein bisschen noch niedriger, aber das ist halt auch wirklich, weil das halt mein Practice-Account ist und ich den im Stream trade. Und ich da nicht wirklich nur für meinen einen Trade gehe und dann ist gut so mäßig. Aber sonst kann man hier nochmal weiter zurückgehen. Letzten Monat. Achso, hier letzten Monat. Da haben wir 14K gemacht. Da waren das so unsere Tage. Ich weiß gar nicht, was an dem Tag hier passiert ist. Ich glaube hier, ja guck mal, das ist wieder nicht meine Zeit. Hier habe ich wieder ein bisschen einfach wahrscheinlich gegambelt oder so. Oder irgendwas ausprobiert. Aber das sind so die Basic Days, die wir hier so gemacht haben. Davor den Monat waren wir sogar bei 26K, die wir gemacht haben. Auch hier so 4 Minustage. Hier haben wir 33K gemacht oder 34K. 3 Minustage. Auch ziemlich small Tage. Ja, und hier, also so, hier habe ich ungefähr so wirklich angefangen, dann so wirklich zu tracken und auch so serious zu traden. Und man sieht ja hier vorher, guck mal so, also der Account hat in einem Monat mal 56.000 Minus gemacht und das war halt April letztes Jahr, wo ich so richtig angefangen habe, so Strategie und sowas zu verstehen und wie alles funktioniert so. Und man sieht ja, ne, immer noch 21 Minus, aber dann hier nur noch 2K Minus, hier wieder 17 Minus, 22 Minus, also man sieht, hier ist es eher, guck mal hier, das ist halt ein Tag, der hier 24k weggedrückt hat, so weißt du. Das war so der einzige Monat, der wirklich red war. Sonst hatten wir eigentlich immer ein paar gute Trades. Ne, manche Monate habe ich auch den Practice nicht so viel getradet, aber so, ja, seit Januar ungefähr trade ich eigentlich aktiv, also wirklich aktiv und auch mit Stream und so. Wir streamen ja auch alles auf YouTube, also alles wird nochmal auf YouTube hochgeladen, jeder Livestream. Ich glaube, da sind wir mittlerweile jetzt auch schon bei 50 Livestreams oder sowas. Halt wirklich seit, ich glaube Februar wird da alles hochgeladen. Und Januar habe ich so wirklich angefangen zu understanden. Na, und dann sieht man es ja ganz gut. Practice heißt Demo, genau. Das ist von Topstep halt ein bereitgestellter Demo-Account. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob ich noch irgendeinen... Ne, ich kann den Funnel leider auch nicht mehr zeigen. Aber so Winrate-mäßig sind wir so bei, was ich getrackt habe, so ungefähr 65%. Also ich nehme auch auf den Funded Trades, wenn ich streame. Das Ding ist, meistens mache ich es dann so, dass ich wirklich den Open Trade halt trade. Und wenn wir den halt missen, dann bin ich halt durch. So. Dann sind wir halt done. Und die letzten Male war es aber so halt, dass ich Crashout gegangen bin und dann halt den weiter getradet habe und das ist halt nicht gut. Der wird trotzdem noch ein bisschen weiter runtergehen.
Order filled.
Ich mache jetzt mal einen Strong Sell. $300 Topside. Because, weil wir halt hier in diesen Highs sind. Also wir könnten hier oben auch nochmal die FEG antesten. Das ist likely. Also könnte passieren, aber muss nicht passieren. Und wir haben ja hier auch gute Gap geclosed. Haben die jetzt sogar nochmal inversed in dieser Gap hier. In dieser Candle. Also wenn wir hier stark runterclosen, wäre das nice. Ja. Wie gesagt, wir müssten hier nochmal in diese Lows hier eigentlich kommen. Da bin ich mir ziemlich safe. Wir haben nicht mal den Bottom von dem Low hier getappt. Wirklich. Also wir waren da noch nicht dran. Also wir müssten eigentlich nochmal einen kompletten Candle Flip kriegen. Bis hier runter. Die Frage ist ja nur, ob wir vorher die Gap hier oben testen. Wie gesagt, auf den 5 Minuten ist da glaube ich eine Gap. Ja, ist hier die Gap, die 5 Minuten. Aber ich würde denken, dass wir die jetzt nicht mehr tappen, weil wir hier jetzt sehr close gekommen sind schon. Aber wir werden sehen, ob wir die jetzt nochmal tappen. Wenn doch, dann gehe ich tatsächlich nochmal mit dem Stop über die Gap, weil ich sehen will, ob der Trade hittet. Ja, das ist halt wieder viel zu viel Risk, ne? Wir sehen es ja. Ich packe den mal hier hin. Wie gesagt, auf Funded würde ich wahrscheinlich momentan bei der aktuellen Liquidity-Lage oder bei der aktuellen, wie wir halt moven, würde ich eher so für, ja, 3 Micros gehen. Gucken, ob wir den Trade noch hitten. Aber es sieht auf jeden Fall aus, als würden wir da oben nochmal den Retest machen. Wenn wir jetzt hier nicht breaken. Also wir haben jetzt hier das High jetzt nochmal overshootet, haben das High nochmal overshootet. Also entweder gehen wir halt hiervon jetzt runter oder wir gehen jetzt hier oben testen. Also es gibt gerade 2 Möglichkeiten, die wir hier machen. Ich denke eher, wir sellen hier down. Weil das halt hier eine wirkliche Sell-Zone ist. Das ist ja auch die erste Kerze hier, die Outside von dieser Kerze geclosed hat. Weil das hier ist ja die Wick, wir haben hier noch drin geclosed und das ist die erste, die so Outside geclosed hat. Wir sehen ja, dann haben wir hier Liquidity genommen und deswegen müssten wir hier eigentlich unten durchshooten. Also es würde Sinn machen. Also guten Trading-Tag dir noch, ich bin raus. Ja, ich denke, ich werde auch nicht mehr lange streamen. Danke dir aber. Und wie gesagt, wir sind daily live. Achso, das habe ich noch gar nicht gesagt. Wir sind auf jeden Fall daily live. Also komm gerne mal vorbei, wenn du Bock hast. Und auf YouTube auch, genau wie auf Kick hier, selbe Name. Ja. Danke, dass du da warst. Wir sehen uns, ne? gets lots of buyers from that downside still. But this looks like we're pushing through. Yeah. Yeah. So this candle should at least like go into this lower side again to get entries. Like we didn't touch a good buying zone there. So I think we are selling down here into this area. Like at least here for 1,000. We should get this 1,000, I'm pretty sure. That was another entry for you guys. Another sell entry. You just marked out those highs. Look at this candle. Look at this testing. You could have also marked out those highs again. As said, like this tap could have happened. That's why I marked that out. Like up here. Matches up with the fair value gap and everything. But like we rejected that. So I'd expect us to push through this low into those lows and kind of test it, you know? Rejected the zone there too. So this should kind of pump through. We could even see this downside here. Like if I look for good lows, that would be this. Good lows in this. Took that liquidity again. Got our 1,000 there, but I pulled the TP a bit down. Because I want to see us come into this area here. Like this area should get hit at least. At least this. Testing that gap again.
Order
I'm gonna
filled.
sell 3 more here off of this tap. Off of this FEG tab here. This one. I would want to see sellers here popping in. Is kind of a good rejection there still. We should still see this lows. As said, we should see those lows for sure.
Order filled.
Nice. And we out there. I would probably close out the day here if nobody's in chat and nobody wants to talk. I would probably close out the day. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. This will
Order
be a buying
filled.
area here. We're right in this buying area. Right in this big support. This is big support even from like way back. So you could pull this again. $300 stop loss. $400 TP would be up there at that gap. Would that make sense? Not that much for now, I'd say. Dependent on how we react to this zone, but this is a nice tap onto this lower zone. So we should see like buyers at least into this area up here. Into the 12s. 12s, maybe even up here. I'd say this is our target for this. About the 1-to-1. About a 1-to-1. But this gets lots of sellers there. We see buyers, but still we got lots of sellers. Nice, there comes our push, which I talked about. I'd want to see this reject into those highs. This could fair well hit our 400 there. This could very well hit our 400. Like this was the point where most of the people got short. So it's logical for the market to get back to that, to take out some people there at least. But it would make like more sense to even get higher, because this would be also some kind of area where people went short. Like you could take this out here with $200 because we're in those highs and you don't know like which of those candles is valid. But I want to see us like kind of hit this top side of that what's it called? Of that order block up there. Again, entered this buying area now, so we should see this high here again. Should see a high overtake. Let me get on a 15-second here. If I see a good setup, I'm gonna buy 3 more, I guess. I don't want to see this run through the gap there. I think we closed in it. That's alright. Not too good, but alright. Kind of rejected this top two. Like we're still in this downside momentum. You gotta keep that in mind. This is kind of our trend line here. Yeah, like this. This is kind of our trend line. So we bounced out of this. So you could have closed your trade up there as said, but I really want to see this highs up there. Because we're in such a strong supply area. But we might see a like 20-point drop below this and like coming up after that. Took out all those lows there. Can we get another strong push here? Outside of trend line? I would prefer. Pulling up my stop a bit here. Because I kinda want to see us go. Like if we don't, this is very likely that we just continue lower. But like I should just leave my trade as it is. Even though we're getting
order
stopped.
filled.
Because like I have to get my
order filled.
My stops right and everything. Oh, I borrowed way too much there. I wanted to go for 6 micros, not 9. But I guess we take the 9. I guess we have to take the 9. I should come back to my entry at least.
Order filled.
Get stopped before it gets there. Like that.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this entry. This should be a good entry now. Let's see if this gets nice momentum. Let's also look at the 1 hour here. Like how we close. This is a very, very small candle here. So I'd expect us to pull up everything. Pretty fast too. This is also like now the... Like this is now the supply zone I talked about. Like this will probably take me out one more time. Or I'm gonna just pull it down a bit more. Hola, what's up, Fritz? I'm not Spanish, bro. I can't talk Spanish, or not that well. So hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amigo? ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? This would have kept us barely alive there. Just barely. But this is the exact entry like you would look for. Like 1 hour entry, boom, instant 20 points to the upside there. But we should like kind of tap in this area. I'd expect us to, but we still get lots of sellers. That's a pretty, yeah, that's like exactly what I said. We could come back all the way, like, back down here. That's what I said, because this candle, or like, we should at least 50% this, I guess then. Did we do that already? No, we didn't. That's something that gives me the ick here. Yeah, okay, we got that FEG tap here. I'm gonna pull my stop break even. That's the FEG tap right there.
Order filled.
Got stopped. Like, where's this 50% on the 4 hour here? About here. But this is still some
Order
points
filled.
below here. Let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we can get that. Almost our target here. 400 right there.
Order filled.
Taking 3. Let's see if we get the final push to this low. Come on, get the push done. Get that push done. Gonna go break even on this. Almost tagged me out there. This will probably take me out or not. Okay, I'm gonna pull my stop down. We take the 118 because this is FEG tap again. We're just trailing down. Right at my target there.
Order filled.
You got filled. Alright, we taking the 600 or 700 bucks on a day on the practice account. I think that's alright. We can do that. Still, I'd expect us to kind
Order
of
filled.
go to the upside from this point on. Or not from this, but like a bit lower, like maybe here. And we should get about... We should get 20 points. Took that low there again. Should see upside now. We're really struggling there, you can already tell.
Order
Buy
filled.
3 more. This looks very nice. Like the spying in this area looks very nice. Again, 300 bucks stop here. Let's see this candle turn around. Took liquidity, took liquidity, took liquidity. Like we took so much liquidity here, we should at least get one big push here. Into kind of those highs. 21 there. If not, we're going up here. 31s. Kind of closing that gap maybe. This candle, or this, like this candle closes also in like a minute here. Let's see what we do here. If we can get our 400 here. Going break even on this. Because we took this high. Oh!
Order filled.
Nice. Got that done. Alright, we're done for the day. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for listening and like going that way with me. I hope you guys still have a great day and enjoy your time. See you guys again tomorrow. We're here every day, 15:30 or 9:30 a.m. For about 2 hours. So, see you guys again tomorrow. Till then, and bye bye.